Hey Glammers, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a matured skin Valentine's Day makeup look on my mom. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Counted all your aces, you ain't winning. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should.
This is Ralph's mom. I like the makeup. This is amazing.
Yes!
I look much younger than my age.
You look a lot younger. I love it. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm using the Murad Infusion Serum, and I'm putting that all over her face. And my mom is in her beautiful 60s, so of course she has a little bit of hyperpigmentation going on. And I'm using the eye cream from Murad as well. I'm going to list all the products down below, and I'm just putting the eye cream and I'm just letting that settle in. Next, I'm using the hydrating moisturizer again from Murad, and I'm basically going in to moisturize her face. Next, I'm using the Nars Illuminator, and I'm going to use that as a base because I want her face to be glowy and youthful and beautiful because she's a gorgeous woman and I love her. So basically I'm blending that all over and also bringing it down her neck as well, and just kind of just buffering and blending out everything. Next, I'm going in with my LA Girl Color Corrector, and I'm putting that around wherever she has darkness. And like I said, she has a little bit of like darkness mostly around her face, and basically it's gonna look like I'm putting it all over her face, but I'm not. I'm concentrating it underneath her eyes, around her lips area, and a little bit on her chin, and a little bit on her cheeks as well. So basically I'm going to do that, and I'm going to buffer that with a beauty blender very soon. Next, I'm using my Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation, and this foundation is a mousse-like finish and is very like full coverage, and I love it because I feel like it will cover all her hyperpigmentation and give her a beautiful natural glow. And this is in the shade Sienna. Sienna is a little bit darker than her natural skin tone, but I didn't mind using that because I would be going in with highlighter to highlight her face, so everything was going to neutralize and blend out properly afterwards. And next, I'm using my LA Girl in Fawn, and I'm using that as a highlighter. And as you can see, by the time I will be done blending this, it's just going to help her face and help lighten it up, and it's not going to look like the foundation is a lot darker than her skin tone. So just take your time and blend out. And because she is an older woman, of course, I made sure that I took my time, blended out everything, and I made sure that she didn't make faces because my mom loves to make faces, and that's how products end up sinking into the lines on the face. So I just made sure I blended out everything and I helped her relax as much as possible. And next, I'm using my Black Walnut contour stick. Well, it's a foundation stick. I'm using it as a contour stick, and I'm just going to contour her face and give her some warmth and gorgeous cheekbones, which, by the way, my mom hates her cheekbones. Like, she hates cheekbones in general. She feels like people look hungry but I absolutely love hers because she has gorgeous ones naturally. So I'm just emphasizing that and just blending out everything, and I'm just making sure everything looks natural and beautiful and lightweight and not too heavy. I'm going in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, and before I set it, I re-blend the under eye because, of course, the lines, you don't want it to sink too much into the lines because it is a matured skin.
Keep you jaded. You could have found that one, but
And I go ahead and I set her T-zone, basically everywhere that I put a highlight, and I use the setting powder to carve out her cheekbones. And like I said, she doesn't like cheekbones, so, you know. And I'm going in with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm priming her eyes. I'm going to set it with the Laura Mercier setting powder, and I'm going to do her eyes. For this look, you don't necessarily have to use this palette. I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Edition palette, and I'm just using a nice transition color and I'm putting that into her crease as well as her outer V, and I'm mixing the two colors together, and I'm also placing that right on the outer crease as well. I just wanted to give her something very natural and very age appropriate, but at the same time something that, you know, looks like she did something. And I'm taking this color again. I'm going to list all the colors I use at the bottom. You don't have to use the exact same color, just use something more in the Valentine's Day realm and something that's going to brighten up the eyes. And I made her stretch out her eyes so I can blend out everything and nothing will fall into the lines. And I'm using my dark gel liner from Maybelline, and I'm lining her eyes, and I made sure not to wing it out because of course when you get to a certain age you don't want to wing out your liner, and because of course the black by itself is too harsh, I made sure to go in with a brown and smoke it out afterwards. And that's exactly what I'm doing right here, and this is basically just going to make it look soft. She was dying, we were cracking jokes this whole time. Anyways, it's gonna make it look softer and not too harsh for older skin. And after this I went ahead and I applied lashes, and this is the first time in my whole entire life that I've ever seen my mother wear lashes, like ever. So I had to apply it off camera because I didn't want her to react, but surprisingly enough she handled it very well, so I was very pleased. I'm gonna list the lashes down below. So now I'm using my Ruby Kisses mineral powder in the shade Chestnut, and I'm just using that to buffer out all the baking powder on her face, which by the way she was like, wait, what is all this powder? Why'd I have white stuff on my face? It was funny. I loved doing my mom's makeup. Anyways, I'm going to use some powder brush from Morphe and just blend out her under eye. And a good tip for doing matured skin is getting them to tilt upwards so that way they don't feel like they're looking up too much. So I made her tilt backwards, and that way I was able to buffer all the powder, and the little ones that were left I used the smaller shadow brush to buffer that out as well. And she's looking all sorts of gorgeous. I go in my e.l.f. bronzer in Turks and Caicos to warm up her face some more and carve out her cheekbones, which she absolutely thinks is ridiculous. And I'm like, guys, I'm like, Mom, people pay for this. Like, you have it naturally. You should be happy. Anyways, I carve out her cheekbones. I just put the bronzer all over to warm up her face. And then I go in and contour her nose with the bronzer as well. And she already has beautiful nose. So I'm using the Nars Orgasm blush. And this is like a tint of gold pink blush. So it kind of acts as a highlight. And basically I just buffered it into the bronzer and around her forehead as well. And I sprayed her with the Maybelline setting spray just to, you know, calm down and make everything set properly. And I'm lightly filling in her eyebrows, nothing too dramatic, nothing too thick. I'm literally just filling in her natural shape, which my mom does have nice eyebrows, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And next, I go in with concealer in the shade Fawn, the same one that I used to highlight her, just to carve it out a little to make it look cleaner. And that was my niece. We were basically babysitting the day we were filming this, so it was pretty fun. Anyways, I go back with a transition color just to blend out everything. I set her brows, and it's on to highlight, and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm using the golden one just to make her cheeks pop some more, because I feel like a nice, beautiful cheekbone just makes you look a lot more youthful. And I put it at the center of her face as well as her Cupid's bow, and I'm lining her lips with a NYX brown liner. Again, I'm going to put the names down below, and I'm using Nars Anita lipstick, Audacious lipstick, and basically I'm topping it off with the Nars Orgasm lip gloss. And that's pretty much the look, guys. It's very natural, it's very glowy, and it's very age appropriate. It's not too much, but if she was to step up out, you know, she would look amazing. Oh, and I popped some mascara. I tried to pop some mascara at the bottom lashes. It didn't work out. So anyways, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy Valentine's Day, and enjoy your mama. And my mom's birthday is coming up, so wish her a happy birthday at the bottom if you like the look, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. 1,000 kisses.